So as you can see, the Scotch-Brite and vinegar did a fairly good job of removing most of the scale, but still got some sanding to do. And I've also got, let's see if we can get this to focus, these extrusion marks here from when the aluminum plate was first rolled out. So we're gonna go and start with 180 grit automotive sandpaper. So this is a wet dry paper, and we're gonna want to get this as smooth as we can with the 180 dry, so that'll remove the majority of the flaws in the aluminum. And then after that, we're gonna move to a 180 wet, which will help smooth it. And a big tip I have is you want to make sure the paper on your orbital is nice and tight if you're using one. Because if you have slack in it, what happens is the paper chatters and you get these fun little whirl marks that are a colossal pain in the ass to get out. So we'll get I'll get the paper all fixed up, and then we'll get to work. Now, on the inside of the chassis, or the top, is quite a bit more scale. This didn't come nearly as clean as the other side, but a little bit of elbow grease and sanding, and this will be pretty. Alright, so dry sand is done. It's gotten almost all of the anodization off, if not all of it. But we're still left with some pretty nasty tool marks here just from my sander. So we'll go back again, the orbital, do a good wet sand. I just got a spray bottle. And all I'm going to do here is try to avoid getting the sander wet, because electricity doesn't generally like water. But so just going to go along, and with the spray bottle, just going to mist get it nice and wet. and then start sanding. We've got the majority of the rough work done, so from here on out, we'll be just cleaning up any blemishes here with a 180 wet sand. And then once we're done there, we're going to move up to a 400 grit, and then that's when we should really be able to see a shine start to come on. In audio. Now it seems kind of counterintuitive, but the more time you spend working towards a smooth finish with the 180 means the better result you'll have in the end, and the less work buffing out when you get up to the higher grit papers like the 400 and the 800. You really want this to be as blemish free as possible before you start to use the finer grit sandpapers, because they won't take nearly as much off, and anywhere that you missed will be more noticeable when everything else is all nice and shiny.